Hi, I'm the Rap Critic, and after compiling my list of songs that I felt were highlights of the year and asking you, the viewer, on my Facebook and Twitter page what you thought the best songs of the year were, here's my list of the top 8 best rap songs of 2016. Because isn't 10 just an arbitrary number? And yes, I know we're halfway through January. I wanted to be thorough, damn it. So I discovered this song while watching a documentary called 13th, a film about how the prison industry has been manipulated into basically becoming the new Jim Crow by disproportionately criminalizing neighborhoods with black communities. And oh my god, this is the best song to soundtrack that.
Slavery's still alive, check Amendment 13. Not whips and chains are subliminal. Instead of nigga, they use the word criminal. We staring in the face of hate again, the same hate they say will make America great again.
I know people might see Common as just being the in general soundtrack guy for movies with serious issues now, but this one really stands out as having a pointed plea for a more fair justice system in the face of a history of racial discrimination. So I'd suggest checking out that song and the documentary it came from. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Rap Critic, already with the heavy stuff. So serious, man. Is every song on this list have to be super serious and about deep socially embedded issues in order to make your list? Well, no. Actually, some songs can be as simple as being about, I don't know, say a cat.
Hey, Kirby, what you doing, Kirby?
So usually Aesop Rock tackles topics that can be a little, cryptic to understand at first.
My last name, 1,000 vowels, fading down a sinkhole to a susurrus.
What? But Kirby is a very simple song. A song about Aesop just observing his silly cat as it roams around the house.
Skittish in a company of stranger danger. Otherwise chase drawstrings, tails, and lasers. Homie don't fetch, only woke to stretch. Under a thought bubble rich with bowls of goldfish.
On the album that this is from, The Impossible Kid, there's a lot of dark moments he explores, and this song serves as a moment of respite from it, which kind of makes it shine more. But as well, it serves its purpose in the narrative, not just being a cutesy cat song, but also as a part of his therapy.
15 years taking prescriptions, now a shrink like, I don't know, maybe get a kitten.
For as complicatedly verbose as Aesop can be, this I think is a great entry point to his music for outsiders, and for a particularly good album.
Oh yeah, it's about that time to break out those amazing rhymes.
What? How'd that get in there? But seriously, I wouldn't do that. So this song is about all the people that annoy homeboy Sandman in his day-to-day life. But on first listen, you'll hear that Sandman is a very odd approach to rapping.
Yo, I was riding my bike down the bike path going the wrong way. But who's to say what the wrong way is? Unless they're not minding their business. So long comes this chick.
Like, you hear that flow? You know, anyone else doing something like that would sound like amateurish, but I don't know, it works when he does it.
Didn't I just send you an entire article about the link between mass media and private prisons that I thought was really important, but you was like, no it isn't.
His voice sounds a little like Slick Rick, but his rhyme schemes and flows are frequently disjointed, but somehow still works. I feel like I shouldn't be liking this, but the offbeat patterns of his cadence grabs your ear in a way that I feel is strategically planned for that effect. The only thing I'd say is I'm not 100% sure what the punchline is supposed to be.
So please don't ever in your life come to me with suggestions. You'll get dismissed. On top of the fact you'll sound like this.
Like, what is the this he's referring to?
Shut up, Nick. You sound like this.
Is it the weird wop 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 guitar that's being plucked? I mean, I guess that sounds a little odd. Or is it the echo effect on his voice? I'm just not sure what the this is supposed to be. But either way, I enjoy his fresh approach to flow and how that affects the storytelling aspect. It's a dope song. Now, this next song is about a white guy pretending to be the cousin of someone famous. I'm sure you've heard it this year.
Angelina, show me love. Brad Pitt, that's my cousin.
What? No, not that one, the other one.
Kurt, doo-doo-doo-doo. Kurt, doo-doo-doo-doo.
To be honest, though, I'm not exactly sure what the hell's going on in this sample. Like, it's from an interview with Nirvana by this guy named Nardwuar, who seems to be just making random references at them near the end of it, despite the fact that they sound really tired and that they don't want to be there, and he doesn't seem to be picking up on that vibe at all. Also, the video seems to be fast-forwarding for no real reason, but it's not really about that. This song is literally just some good old-fashioned asshole battle raps.
This Caucasian got his cock raising and your thoughts twat blazing till my knot's soft like a hot raisin. There's no way you're heat holding, baby bitch. You ducked when you heard, okay, I'm reloaded. but it was just a Jay-Z skit. Fuck you,
Pay me.
bitch.
Come through.
Make me rich. Crazy kicks.
It's not going to change the world or anything, but its particularly well-constructed wordplay and breezy beat makes for a chill listen altogether. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, now's the time where he starts mentioning the regulars on these lists. You know, the Lupe Fiasco songs, the Tech Nine songs, the Hobson song, just get it over with. But, not really this year. I'm not even setting this up for a fake-out, I'm being honest. You're still kind of expecting it though, aren't you? For real, I was very surprised by a lot of newcomers and established acts that I had paid no mind to before. In particular, this guy. Someone suggested this to me on my Facebook page, and holy crap, I was not expecting this. This chorus legitimately creeped under my skin.
Things that used to terrify me are the things that I've become.
And Yellow Wolf himself? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I used to think he was just Bubba Sparks 2.0. And not the good version either, the Miss New Booty version. Just harping off of redneck tropes instead of black ones, raising him no higher than a country bumpkin version of service stereotypes. But maybe I missed something since I heard whatever song made me think that a few years ago? Because this is fantastic writing.
There's a dark moon in the clouds, misty fog in the swamp, crickets chirping outside my window, the water becomes.
The imagery he invokes is so harrowing and dark, you have no choice but to be transported straight into his memories of darkness and solitude.
I see the ghost in the red cloak, the shadows are taking shape, the sound of a faint voice, lost and full of hate, the crackling paint, the old shack with a swinging light, the heroin needles passing, open in plain sight, committed to my convictions, committed crimes with the quitters, connected to my religion, the religion of sinners.
This is a truly fascinating turn from the rapper I once heard. This is like some southern Edgar Allan Poe shit right here, and mixed with the chorus, it frames his lyrics as a child growing up in poor back roads, horrified at everything he was witness to every day, but given no other option in his life for a way out other than this path, so these things soon became who he is now, and you can hear the disgust and shuddering pain in his voice from it. It's an unprecedented masterpiece from this guy. So, you guys might not know this rapper's name, but oh my god, you really should.
I thought I had a classic man. I was thinking of a master plan that fell apart faster than the grass under acid rain, or the flash running labs after accidents up in the lab again.
This is just lyricism on a level I don't hear often, and she's able to bring a message to her songs without ever needing to drop the ball on lyrical dexterity. In particular, this song is about how she's turning 30 soon, and so she's seen as disposable by society unless she settles down and has kids. But she's basically like, ayo, fuck that, son.
My vagina not a Timex, so why you wind up in my privates? Tell him it's my body to decide if I'ma be about it or I'm childless. So call me a narcissist. You want a war, I want armistice. You want a spar, then you are dismissed. Art is my heart, I will not risk this.
And also she talks about how women are valued more for their youth than for their intellect, breaking it down at the end of her verse.
Wine spending big bucks for knit tucks to fix butts, snip cuts, I give spucks cause this sucks. No, I got nothing against it, but you gotta follow your instincts. Like who are you really convincing, and of what are you trying to convince them?
And I really like how she ends it here. She's not necessarily pointing fingers at women and clowning them for making the choices to do these things, like a male MC like Hobson would typically do. No, instead, she simply requests that you be actively aware of what you're doing and the overarching sociological factors that have convinced you to do it, and if that's really for you. And I think that's a smarter, more nuanced message than we typically get, and it's a lot more open-ended for the listener to contemplate. And for full disclosure, I actually got to interview her on the Going Off podcast after we reviewed 2 of her albums she released in 2016. She's a really smart, talented MC that you guys need to be looking out for.
Attention all rappers.
So, earlier this year, I had a whole thing about Christian rap, and how I felt that as a genre it can be condescending and pretty limiting concerning really getting people into it. I mean, to me, hip-hop that labels itself as Christian rap usually focuses so much on the praising God stuff that they could never really focus on the flow and lyrical skill enough to be considered really dope, could they? Well, consider my mouth shut.
Cause these rappers are per diem, they stacking up in my DM. They got a whole lot to say, but introvert when they see them. Make you swallow your words, force feed you till you throw up. Cause I'm really the guy you really wanna be whenever you grow up.
All these rappers on my plate, they like the rib to my prime. Gluttony, good religion, cover me.
Going in the Guinness Book of Records for this utterly disrespectful flow. An intellectual, introspective, perpetual player with plenty time to say just what's on my mind. Let that holy water burn. Too bad all these rappers I'm stunning ain't on my tax return. I turn spare time into quality time. Follow me blind. I fish for men. Who cares who writing my lines? Remember me like the discipline you would get. You know whippings where they make you pick the switches from the tree and they hit you till they bleed and they sit you in the kitchen while they sniffling and make you eat.
God damn. Or should I say God bless? Seriously, these guys have it all. Dope beats, topics that make you see them as human, crazy vocabulary, clever punchlines, and faith in God that's fully present in their music. This is what I, as a Christian, have been looking for, and I really enjoy it. Okay, so the number one song of the year is a song that's about suicide. And it's from the perspective of someone who's doing it, and the perspective of someone who's dealing with their friend doing it. And it's expressed with graphic emotion. So much so that I wasn't sure if I should show any of the parts here for fear that it may trigger someone emotionally who's been going through it. Some may say it's melodramatic, but in a way that I think is earned with how the song works. Because I may not have depression, but I've had to deal with a couple of friends of mine who were depressed and committed suicide. One that actually happened last year. And another friend who's currently suffering from depression and working through that. So it really touched base with me. If you want to listen to it and see for yourself, please go check it out. It's a brilliant song and best song of the year, hands down. And if you or anyone you know is possibly, exhibiting suicidal thoughts or tendencies, please take it seriously and talk to them about that. Because it is very serious, and, we in general should talk more to our friends about, how we're really feeling about certain things, and this song can be a conduit for that. So yeah, I really think that makes it really important. So that was my best of 2016 list. If you had any songs you think should have been on this list, well, tough titty. You guys had your chance to tell me on my Twitter and Facebook pages, so I don't want to hear it in the comment section of this video. Though you're probably going to do it anyway. Well, I'm the Rap Critic. You don't have to like my opinion, but that's just because you're wrong. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. I mean, not me, but